Hi, this is Mark Rushton of markrushton.com. It is Friday, January 22nd, 2021. My friends and I, we've cracked the code. We count our dollars on the train to the party. And everyone who knows us knows that we're fine with this. We didn't come for money. I was in the grocery store the other night. It was Natural Grocers, and they were playing Royals by Lord, which it sounded absolutely terrible on the sound system because you know how sound systems are in stores. Just, but then, like I later on added it to my what do I call it? The Shop and Go playlist. It's not called that. It's something else. It's Rushton on the Run or something like that. And yeah, that song's aged pretty good. The thing's like 8 years old now. You know that, and that was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. And so what's been going on, man? Okay, it's been like, a whole day. And went up and saw John last night. It was his birthday. And his present arrived today from me. It's a furry for his, where's mine? Do I have it? Here we go. It looks just like this. In fact, it's the same one. It's the Movo. And, because I've got my Tascam DR05 and he's got a Tascam DR05X. We did some field recording the other night out in the super ridiculous cold. And I did a little bit. Whenever I go to his place, I always record the elevator because it's different every single time. And yet some aspects of it are always the same. The beep, the beep, the beep. And of course, you never encounter anybody on the way. It's extremely rare. He lives on the 11th floor. And, but the sounds in the elevator, even, there were squeaks and there's different beeps. And so anyway, we're going to get together tomorrow and record some bells at churches. I think we're going to become the audio historians. And this is something I've always wanted to sort of formally do. And I'm completely serious about this. And this has been circulating in my head for a long time. Kind of like the punk rock marching band, which never happened, but that would have been kind of cool. Play Anarchy in the UK with, $20 trumpets and that, and leather jacket and Doc Martens and marching down the street behind the horses. That'd be kind of fun. No, I have never done that. That could have been cool, but nobody, So anyway, audio historians, I think about, I watch a lot of history stuff out on the YouTubes. We can look through a book and we can see a picture. We see drawings or we see pictures of old buildings. And we see how, and some people have done these sort of 3D things where these reconstruct towns. And now you've got things on YouTube where just amateur people, just people for fun, they go and they take old, like really old, like 1890s film or video of the film. And then they go and upscale it to 4K and they 60 frames a second and speed correct it. And some of them do a little bit of colorizing, which can be hit or miss. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating where the tech is going with that. It's just slowing it down, like getting rid of that, the difference in the speed, and then cleaning everything up, and it's brilliant. I really love watching those kinds of videos. That's the kind of stuff that I enjoy. So on the audio front, it's kind of like, well, what did it sound like, right? And some of these people, they will take silent movies and they will add sounds that are maybe on it or whatever. But what I want to do is I want to record the present for the future. What did that train sound like when it came through, you know, not only for the future, but also for people that maybe lived there in the past and remember that sound, or maybe they lived there and then they moved on. And I kind of like the sound of that train, or I like the sound of those birds, or I like the sound of that corn processing plant, or I like the sound of the hum, the downtown hum. Every town's got it, kind of a hum, or the whoosh from the interstate off in the distance, or just the general, some guy going through and being stupid and peeling out his tires because of whatever his problem is. It's always a he. Stuff like that. And church bells. Yeah. I've done field recordings now for, a long time. I think 20 years. And I never even thought about releasing them back in the day. Of course, nowadays it's super easy. Releasing that onto streaming services, digital downloads, or whatever, mainly for streaming services. There's an interest in that sort of stuff. There really is. And, not a huge interest. I'm not going to get my 10th mansion because of that, but we're going to go out and have some fun, right? Isn't that what life's supposed to be? Life's supposed to be fun. Do something fun, It's definitely not about money or anything like that. It's about getting out and hanging out. Sorry, I'm a little semi-congested here talking. It's dry. It's like super cold today. I've got the humidifiers on, but for God's sakes, So, yeah, get out, have a little fun. Use the little electronics. Do some editing this weekend. It doesn't take that long. It's fun. This is something I enjoy doing. So, the other thing I enjoy doing, and I guess this is the main part of the video right now, is video platforms. And I'm not going to use that word with the hyphen that a lot of people use for, there are just a lot of different sites out there. And you should not, and my opinion is, and this is the same thing with publishing music, you should not limit yourself to certain platforms. You should try to be everywhere. When I say that with music, when you get your music distributed, don't just publish it to Bandcamp and screw streaming and all that sort of stuff. Or if you're publishing to streaming services, there's this constant drumbeat by the music journalists that Spotify is somehow unethical or horrible or evil or whatever. And it's like, why would you want to limit the audience, right? Just because you think you deserve a certain per stream or something like that. You have no control over that. But you do have control over, again, as an artist, you can have control over it. You can do whatever you want. That's fine. But I don't understand why you would limit yourself in that sort of way. If, it's like, well, I don't want to do streaming. I only want to do downloads. Okay, that's fine. Or I only want to release on vinyl. That's fine. But then don't complain later that you don't have much of an audience or it's don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. And then when you release something, don't just sit there and expect the world to fall at your feet. You have to constantly work that catalog. You have to make playlists. You have to do curation. You have to do, like me with the podcasts. Yeah, I don't know how effective the podcasts are. I mean, I can see the numbers or whatever, but again, I don't have my 10th mansion or my 9th or my 8th or my 7th. But, if you enjoy doing it, that's great. But so video platforms. Yeah, there's YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's kind of big, but YouTube has changed. It's changed. So I use it as a publishing mechanism. That's really all I use it for. As you can see here, look at this. No views, 4 views, 9 views. I'm not exactly setting the world on fire here on YouTube. Some people look at this and just, why do you even bother? Why do you even bother? Why do I even bother? because I'm on other sites and I'm doing okay. Not again, not setting the world on fire, but there's an audience for this sort of stuff. You want to see? You want to see? Okay, here we go out on BitChute. I got 8 subscribers. And my videos, well, they do okay. 57 here, 64 here. Look over here, 166 on a painting demo. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad. I don't know whether those numbers are actually really real, but who knows? Maybe people are tuning in. I don't know. I have to assume that the numbers are real, you know? Over here on Odyssey, which used to be called lbry.tv, library, I got 14 followers. Anytime I upload a video to YouTube, it automatically comes over here to Odyssey. And I'd have to do some digging to find out how many streams everything get. But 14 followers, that's a start. That's not bad. Those people are probably more engaged than the 250 I've got on YouTube, you know. And then there's also this one, UGETube. Just started posting things there. And again, 12 views 2 days ago, 4 views a day ago. Those aren't me, right? So, and that's the way, you know, I make the videos. If some of these, you know, if from BitChute, it should automatically come from, if I post something on YouTube, it should come to BitChute, but it doesn't regularly. So I automatically upload there. Again, with Odyssey, lbry.tv, whatever you want to call it, these automatically come. There's like a thing you have to kind of hook up. It's not that hard. It's a little bit of work, but it's really more figuring out what your special code is on the YouTube side. So YouTube kind of acts like a distributor in a sort of a way, right? And with UGETube, all you do is you put the YouTube link in and boom, there it is. So, and I don't get hung up, you know, you should not get hung up on any aspect of other video sites. If you're making videos, you should try to be on as many as possible, as long as they're doing good. You know, if you're publishing out to YouTube, and YouTube, you know, again, YouTube has changed in the last few years here, and they want to become cable television, and because they want that cable television dollar, and or they're pushing ads, you know. I've been to people's places where they don't have YouTube Premium, and I don't know how anybody could watch that, and having to skip ads and, you know, 3 minutes of ads. I don't get it. You know, didn't we all went from broadcast TV to cable TV because cable TV didn't have ads. Then suddenly cable TV had ads, and we're just like, you know, and then the quality of the, you know, reality shows and the junk and screaming and the, you know, cupcake wars, really, it's just a race to the bottom. So then we all come out here to YouTube, and we're watching, you know, cat videos and people setting fire to themselves. And me, not many people watching me. Watching those Rod Rios live streams. You know, it's but YouTube doesn't care about, they don't care about the little guy anymore. They really do not. They want to push what they want to push. And that's fine. That's fine. It's your platform. I'm going to use it the way I'm going to use it, right? So that I'm going to use it so I can get on Odyssey. I'm going to use it to, and, you know, promote things like BitChute and promote YouTube. There's probably others that I should be on, but you know, I actually, you know, like I said, I do better here on BitChute than I do on YouTube, because again, you know, people who have moved to these video platforms, they are more engaged. They let things go. You know, how many people go to MySpace now for music? You know, I still see that every now and then in various websites and stuff like that related to musicians. What's your MySpace page? Like, really? Didn't that end like 11 or 12 years ago? Didn't Justin Timberlake buy that and then like nothing happened? Something like that. I see that all the time. It's like, excuse me. It's like, oh, you must verify with your Twitter account. Really, Twitter? I left Twitter so long ago, and now what I hear about what's going on Twitter with stuff that should get them shut down. The the child prawn allegations. That stuff's no, no way. And Facebook, even Facebook. I'll use that to create pages if you want something verified or something like that. But as far as me giving money to Zuckerberg so I can talk to my supposed audience, real or fake, no way. No way am I. What you should not be able, you should not pay to play. The only thing you should pay in is your time to get onto these other systems to where the people are. Again, it's the same thing with video as it is with audio. Get your audio out there to different services around the world. You never know. You never know where your audience is. Your audience could be in a completely different country. You never know. So anyway, that's it for today. Just a little bit of a pep talk there. You got to be everywhere. I've said this so many times, and of course here, yeah, nobody watches me, which is fine. I just have to hammer it into myself. That's just what these videos are. It's just me sort of giving myself a pep talk. Yeah. You gotta work for it. You gotta work for it. Just keep at it. Keep doing it. Right. So anyway, gosh, I wish we'd warm up. We should warm up all right. That's it for today. See you tomorrow.